Best 92 basketball quotes to motivate you about this game. Basketball was invented by James Naismith, who was a physical educator, on or about December 1, 1891. It is a game played between two teams on a rectangular court. Each team contains 5 players. Basketball is usually an indoor game. In basketball, each team tries to put the ball in the opponent's basket. If they succeed in doing so, they get some score. This is one of the most played sports all around the world. Basketball is a dynamic sport. It builds stamina. The game consists of different movements, such as jumping to take a shot or catching a rebound. It involves continuous muscle contractions. This builds stamina in the muscles. Here we have shared some motivational quotes on basketball which were said by many experts who were associated with it or who are still associated with it and who know about this game closely. Best basketball quotes. Find here some inspirational quotes about basketball to motivate yourself. 1. The strength of the team is each individual member. The strength of each member is the team. Phil Jackson. 2. Basketball is a game with winners and losers, but if you play this game with your heart, you're always a winner. CM. 3. I am more than just a serious basketball fan, I am a lifelong addict. I was addicted from birth, in fact, because I was born in Kentucky. Hunter S. Thompson. 4. The invention of basketball was not an accident. It was developed to meet a need. Those boys simply would not play drop the handkerchief. James Naismith. 5. I play basketball to win a championship. That championship is everything to me. And that's what gets people to buy into your brand, is a winner. Chris Paul. 6. When I was young, I had to learn the fundamentals of basketball. You can have all the physical ability in the world, but you still have to know the fundamentals. Michael Jordan. 7. I'm a basketball player. That's what I do and what I love, but that's just not all who I am. I'm talented in a lot of different areas. Kevin Durant. 8. Just like in life, when you play basketball, you have to give in order to receive. On the court, you're not only making things move along by giving the ball, but you're also giving your physical and mental strength, your passion, your talent, your trust in your teammates. This way the power can multiply and the whole team wins. Vlade Divac. 9. I think I was a good student because I jumped over a school. My main interest was basically history and literature. Sports were basically basketball and swimming at a pool. I was so happy. Shimon Peres. 10. It was my mom who pushed me. My mom actually pushed my dad to train me. My dad knows what it takes to play at this level and be a really good basketball player, and he just wanted me to make the choice for myself. R.J. Barrett. 11. I think I started learning lessons about being a good person long before I ever knew what basketball was. And that starts in the home, it starts with the parental influence. Julius Erving. 12. Basketball is my passion, I love it. But my family and friends mean everything to me. That's what's important. I need my phone so I can keep in contact with them at all times. LeBron James. 13. Whatever I lack in size and strength and speed, I kind of make up for in being grittier. When it comes to something like basketball, I'm definitely not the best guy on the court, but I love elbowing and pushing people out or boxing them out. Stephen Yoon. 14. February is always a bad month for TV sports. Football is gone, basketball is plodding along in the annual midseason doldrums, and baseball is not even mentioned. Hunter S. Thompson. Motivational basketball quotes. "15. I can't put this down. I'm reading it in Spanish, but I am still having English lessons." It is a motivational book about basketball legend Michael Jordan. His determination was inspiring. It helps me focus and drives me on. Boyan Korkic. 16. I'm not comfortable being preachy, but more people need to start spending as much time in the library as they do on the basketball court. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. 17. He and I don't know each other like that. We know each other as strictly basketball. A lot of people on the outside don't understand that because people think we have a relationship like every other father and son. We just don't. That's because he's been gone my whole life, and that's fine. Austin Rivers. 18. I leave work by 6:30 p.m. so I can spend some time with the children. Inevitably, we'll end up watching basketball or football. I live in a house of boys, and they're all sports mad, so I don't stand a chance. Aaron Lauder. 19. I really do miss playing basketball. I don't play a lot of pickup games. But I do like using basketball as a form of cross-training. Jackie Joyner Kersey. 20. Playing in the playoffs is the best basketball in the world, and if you can learn under that pressure, succeed under that pressure, it gives you more confidence the next year. Tony Parker. 21. Baseball happens to be a game of cumulative tension, but football, basketball, and hockey are played with hand grenades and machine guns. John Leonard. 22. Something I like to do a lot is just sat by water when there's a current and just stare into the water. I don't fish, I don't hunt, I don't scuba, I don't spear, don't boat, don't play basketball or football. I excel at staring into space. I'm really good at that. Iggy Pop. 23. My whole life, people have doubted me. My mom did. People told me in high school I'm too short and not fast enough to play basketball. They didn't know my story. Because if they did, they'd know that anything is possible. Jimmy Butler. 24. No guy on the basketball court is a threat to score with LeBron James out there. Not only will LeBron dominate from the offensive end as well, but he's also doing it on the defensive end, which really makes him the complete package. Scottie Pippen. 25. What's the reason I'm playing basketball? I do it because I love it, I do it because of my family, and that's it. I don't do it because of the money, I don't do it because of the fame. I just do it because I love it, and I do it for my family because my family enjoys it. Giannis Antetokounmpo. 26. I was actually supposed to be a basketball player, not an actress. My parents had me playing basketball on competitive teams when I was in kindergarten. Even though my heart belongs to the arts, I'm a tomboy at heart, too. Zendaya. 27. I tried golf for a while, but I wasn't very good at it, so I didn't play a lot of golf. I enjoy all sports, not just football. I like basketball, baseball, and I got into the World Cup. So really, sports, in general, are my life, and football specifically. John Madden. 28. When I'm done playing basketball, I want to do something bigger. I'm working on my doctorate right now at Barry University in Florida. Shaquille O'Neal. 29. I played Little League Baseball, but I also played basketball. Basketball was my primary sport. When you play basketball seriously, a lot of times, through the summer season, you continue playing. So that replaced me playing baseball. Chadwick Boseman. 30. In my first film, I was a basketball player. Like every good actor, I lied when they asked me if I could play. David Morse. Inspirational basketball quotes. 31. The best players I have seen and known have confidence in their teammates. They know that basketball's not a one-man game. That confidence brings out the best in everybody because it's contagious. Jack Ramsey. 32. Football was really my least favorite sport and the last sport that I ended up picking up as a kid. My dad started me off with baseball, which most kids did at that time. I really enjoyed basketball. That was my favorite sport. Tony Dungy. 33. Basketball is like the war in that offensive weapons are developed first, and it always takes a while for the defense to catch up. Red Auerbach. 34. I think the most important thing about coaching is that you have to have a sense of confidence about what you're doing. You have to be a salesman, and you have to get your players, particularly your leaders, to believe in what you're trying to accomplish on the basketball floor. Phil Jackson. 35. I don't play basketball for the money. It was the last thing I thought of when I was a little kid. Zion Williamson. 36. I am sure that no man can derive more pleasure from money or power than I do from seeing a pair of basketball goals in some out-of-the-way place. James Naismith. 37. My life had no meaning at all. I found only brief interludes of satisfaction. It was like my whole life had been about my whole basketball career. Pete Maravich. 38. I just go out there and play basketball. I'm not worried about missing. I just got to be thinking about the next shot. Jamal Murray. 39. Every memory I had growing up was involving a basketball. I didn't go to the prom and stuff like that. It was always basketball for me. Kevin Durant. 40. Growing up, I looked up to Major League Baseball players, and now these young women have amazing, incredible women all across the board, from swimming to gymnastics to softball to basketball. Jenny Finch. 41. I started playing baseball and soccer. Those were my sports on the streets and in school when I was growing up. I didn't even start playing basketball until I was 14. Earl Monroe. 42. I look at a basketball laying on the ground, and it makes me think of something. Popcorn ball. How about a spicy popcorn ball? That is how my mind is always working. Guy Fieri. 43. Basketball is a lifelong game. You continue to learn from the game day in and day out, and all along the way, you get better. Scottie Pippen. 44. I was really active athletically, definitely. I was a hurdler, a sprinter. I played basketball for years. I was a serious athlete. Johnny Mathis. 45. Basketball is a simple game. Your goal is penetration, get the ball close to the basket, and there are 3 ways to do that: pass, dribble, and offensive rebound. Phil Jackson. Short basketball quotes for motivation. 46. I'm a better and more educated person because of basketball. Lisa Leslie. 47. My focus is basketball, and that's it. Kyrie Irving. 48. Your limits are somewhere up there, waiting for you to reach beyond infinity. Arnold Henry. 49. I like sports, and I enjoy playing basketball and lifting weights. Joel Osteen. 50. You don't play against opponents, you play against the game of basketball. Bobby Knight. 51. Seattle deserves a team. They got robbed of their basketball team. Gary Payton. 52. I like playing many other sports, such as basketball. Guan Tianlang. 53. I played basketball to try to get my parents from working so hard. James Worthy. 54. Most of the basketball is in the mind. But it helps to have big hands. Scottie Pippen. 55. Wrestling isn't looked upon as the other sports of football, baseball, basketball, and hockey. Bruno Sammartino. 56. I played basketball and soccer my freshman year in high school. Mia Hamm. 57. I'm not a role model. Just because I dunk a basketball doesn't mean I should raise your kids. Charles Barkley. 58. I'm just an all-around cool guy that played basketball. Nick Young. 59. If all I'm remembered for is being a good basketball player, then I've done a bad job with the rest of my life. Isaiah Thomas. 60. We can have no progress without change, whether it be basketball or anything else. John Wooden. 61. The game of basketball is full of runs. Andrew Wiggins. 62. I believe the only muscles you need in basketball are the ones in your brain. Nikola Jokic. Basketball coaching quotes by famous coaches. 63. A basketball team is like the 5 fingers on your hand. If you can get them all together, you have a fist. That's how I want you to play. Mike Krzyzewski. 64. To me, teamwork is the beauty of our sport, where you have 5 acting as one. You become selfless. Mike Krzyzewski. 65. Leadership is an ever-evolving position. Mike Krzyzewski. 66. Failure is good. It's fertilizer. Everything I've learned about coaching, I've learned from making mistakes. Rick Pitino. 67. He knew I enjoyed the relationships of college basketball. All along, he was the wise one. Rick Pitino. 68. People want to see how we get teams to come together so quickly. They want to see how we get young guys to play so hard and so unselfish. I'm fine with that. I have no problem sharing that. John Calipari. 69. Everybody wants to say that Kentucky fans are vicious or obnoxious. They're not. They're crazy in that they watch the tape of our games more than I do. But they're passionate and smart. John Calipari. 70. You don't play extra guys just to play them. You play them because they can help you in some way. Jim Boeheim. 71. I don't love playing zone all the time because it does have an effect on your offense. Jim Boeheim. 72. You're not a loser in anything until you quit. Don't quit. Kelvin Sampson. 73. Tough teams win when the shots are not going. Kelvin Sampson. 74. Sometimes the harder you work, the more likely you are to maybe break a rule. Kelvin Sampson. 75. If you don't have time to do it right, when will you have time to do it over? John Wooden. 76. Success is peace of mind, which is a direct result of self-satisfaction in knowing you did your best to become the best you are capable of becoming. John Wooden. 77. Talent is God-given. Be humble. Fame is man-given. Be grateful. Conceit is self-given. Be careful. John Wooden. 78. Be more concerned with your character than your reputation, because your character is what you really are, while your reputation is merely what others think you are. John Wooden. 79. If you're not making mistakes, then you're not doing anything. I'm positive that a doer makes mistakes. John Wooden. Basketball quotes for being successful. If you want to be successful in the basketball game, then the below basketball quotes may help you. To be successful you have to be selfish, or else you never achieve. And once you get to your highest level, then you have to be unselfish. Stay reachable. Stay in touch. Don't isolate. Michael Jordan. 81. Basketball requires discipline. So does writing. Basketball requires practice. So does writing. Basketball requires resilience. So does writing. Angie Thomas. 82. If you want to be a better player, you have to prepare, and prepare some more. Kobe Bryant. 83. Everyone needs a coach. It doesn't matter whether you're a basketball player, a tennis player, a gymnast, or a bridge player. Bill Gates. 84. Ability may get you to the top, but it takes character to keep you there. John Wooden. 85. Everyone has the fire, but the champions know when to ignite the spark. Amit Ray. 86. Like you might love watching basketball, but that doesn't mean that you'll get on the court. Lil Baby. 87. I tell kids to pursue their basketball dreams, but I tell them to not let that be their only dream. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. 88. I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. I just know for sure I'm going to keep playing basketball. Kevin Durant. 89. To be successful in anything, you have to have a passion for it, and that leads to being enthusiastic and demanding. I didn't have it for history, so I wouldn't have been a good teacher in that area. But I had it for basketball. And that's what coaching is at every level, it's about teaching. Jeff Van Gundy. 90. If you want to look good in front of thousands, then you have to outwork thousands in front of nobody. Damian Lillard. 91. It is not over. Champions extend their limits and make things happen. Amit Ray. 92. Champions never sleep, the eternal spirit keep them alert and awake. Amit Ray. I hope you liked the above basketball quotes. Don't forget to mention the best line that you liked most from the above lines in the comment box below.